Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Love Good Kitchen, or welcome if it's your first time joining us. My name is Matthew. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be making my mom's version of beef stroganoff. And before you roll your eyes or go, I want you to consider that this is a different kind of beef stroganoff recipe than probably anything that you've had. We have been enjoying this meal for a long time, decades in my family. It's one of our favorites. And I don't know where the recipe originally came from. If I had to guess, I would say it's a casserole booklet recipe from maybe the 1970s. But when you think of beef stroganoff, I think you probably think of that grayish brown sort of fine tasting dish that you often have, but this one has lots of flavor and it's a little different. It has a sort of tomato based orangish sauce. You'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, so let's get our pan going here. We need medium to medium high heat. Hi.
Hey Daddy, can I help you?
Well, maybe in a little bit, okay? We're just getting started. Okay, so I'm going to get our pan heating here. And again, don't worry about writing down the recipe, because if you're interested in making this, which I hope you are, give it a try. But the recipe will be listed down below in the show more box, the description box. Okay, but just to run you through real quick some things we have going here. We have this looks like maybe a little bit less than half a cup, but approximately half a cup of chopped up onion. I have a green bell pepper that I've chopped up, not super small, but smallish pieces. We have a cup of sour cream. We're going to use a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. We need some Tabasco or some hot sauce. This is a can of condensed tomato soup. I'm going to do the Cheaters shortcut version today, and instead of chopping or pressing some cloves of garlic, I'm going to use some pre-minced because I saw it in the store and I thought that might save me some time. And we also need about a pound of ground beef, and we need, I think the recipe officially calls for 1 can of the little mushroom pieces. I'm going to use 2 because I think it's yummy. And of course some salt and pepper. And my timer just went off for my egg noodles. I usually cook about a pound to go with this, but depending on how many you're feeding, you can adjust that. But let me get my noodles drained and off the stove here. I know chefs tell you that you're not supposed to rinse your pasta, but I almost always do, because then it doesn't seize up on me. Especially with this particular recipe, we're not going to be tossing the sauce and the noodles all together. It goes on top, so I feel like we're okay. Just rinsing a little bit. Give the shake. Okay. I think that we're going to saute our onion, chopped onion, and green bell pepper a little bit before we do the beef. So I'm going to put some olive oil in the pan. That's usually what I use when I'm doing things like that. And where's my spoon? Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the pan. And our onion. I'm going to wait, I think, a little bit on adding the garlic in. Because as you probably know, garlic can burn pretty easily. So you don't want to put it in too soon because it'll be overcooked. Although on the other hand, raw garlic probably is not most people's jam, if you know what I mean. Okay. That's looking good. I do have, where is it? Over here. I have a little onion keeper if you don't use all of your, maybe, can I get it open? What's going on here? There it goes. Just pop it in there and then put this in the fridge and it'll keep pretty well for several days. Okay, we're starting to sizzle. That's a good sound, a good sign. Is this open? That's open. Excellent. Okay, I am going to, let's slide this up here. I'm going to use scissors to open my package of, uh-oh, and I moved my garbage bowl. Let me grab that. Close up, hello. Over here, put that over here. Maybe we can loosen this up this way to make it a little easier. I'm doing this kind of strangely. I don't know why. Oh, guess that. We're just going to cook this bell pepper and onion until it softens. So we're not going to caramelize stage or mush stage, but just kind of want to sweat them out a little bit, if we can use that terminology. Okay, how's your day going? We've had a very busy day here at our household, and luckily the things that we wanted to do outside we did because the clouds have rolled in. It's kind of looking like it's gonna storm and or rain, so we won't be eating dinner outside on the patio, that's for sure. Okay, we're gonna let it go a little more. All right, hang tight. I'll bring you back when we're ready for the next step. And I think this is a great time to, let's use this one, to add in our garlic. So this is probably more than a clove or two, but we like garlic and it's gonna taste good. So put that in there. Little one alert. Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna bring this bowl over here. And then I think I'm gonna remove this from our pan. I know that I could keep it in there to cook up our beef, but I think it takes a little longer when things get crowded in there. Okay. Here. Put that back on, and now we're going to add our beef. Grab my chopper. Break this up. we'll see how much grease is in here after we get this meat browned up. If there's just a little bit, then we're probably okay, but if there's quite a bit, then we'll need to drain that off, because I don't want our sauce to be greasy. And, of course, it's better for you to drain off that fat. Okay. Let's clean off our chopper. Looks good. We've talked about this before too. I always salt and pepper my meat when I'm cooking it, no matter what kind of meat it is. Well, maybe not sausage. I won't do it with sausage, but almost anything else, because I feel like if you cook it up without any seasoning, it doesn't bring out the flavor. And even though we can try, you can't really add it in. That's just my opinion. I know that trained chefs will tell you otherwise, or I've heard them say otherwise, that you shouldn't. Just like salting your pasta water, I don't put the salt in the water until it's already come to a full boil. But I don't know, maybe these are just like old wives' tales that I'm subscribing to. I don't know. But this isn't going to take long. We're just browning this up. Okay, I'm going to get out another bowl. And I'm going to strain that into. And if you've been watching our videos, you know I like to use my spider strainer. That's my new preferred method for straining off the fat when I do something like this. I had one of those fancy sort of half moon shaped things. I didn't think it worked very well. I've also used a dinner plate, which can be okay, but kind of messy. Also, it could be kind of dangerous. So this by far is the best method that I've used as of late. Okay, and I'm also going to get out my grease jar. Do you have one of these? What do you keep your drippings in? I feel like maybe I should get a fancy one, because I'm just using an empty coffee can at the moment. Get that ready to go. Okay, we're just about there. I just see a couple little pieces that need to be browned up a little. Okay, so let me switch these bowls. Bring that a little closer. Actually, I can use this spoon to help me kind of scoop it in there. Okay, that about does it for that. I'm going to drain off our grease. So now we're just going to bring it all together. Put this back in. With the veggies. And then the mushrooms. Got that in there. And then this, you want to use this undiluted, so don't add any milk or water to the condensed soup. We're just putting it in because we want to keep that consistency, but get that flavor and that color. I don't want to waste any, so we're getting all the bits. Okay, that's good. I'm going to give this a stir before we add some of the other stuff. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, next up, I think we should put in our sour cream. This is 1 cup. And once we get this all combined, you really just want to make sure that it's heated through. You don't have to simmer it for 2 hours or anything. We're just getting it all blended together and heated. Okay, I think that's pretty good for now. We're going to keep blending. Next up, I think we're going to do our salt and pepper. And I'm going to get a different... This is... I'm going to do a little less than a teaspoon of salt. And we've got, I don't know, a generous half teaspoon of pepper. Then next up, I've tried omitting this, the Tabasco or the hot sauce, and you're not going to put enough in that you get heat, but it does really make a difference in the flavor. So don't leave this out. I've tried, it's not as good. We're going to do, what is that? A few generous dashes. And then we need a tablespoon of our Worcestershire sauce. It's kind of squirting off at an angle here. Here. And then we stir. It smells so good. Lots of great flavor from the onion and the garlic and that tomato soup mixed with the beef. And it's got the sour cream to kind of give that creaminess. It is yummy. So you can see it's sort of an orangish color. It's not the gray brown that a lot of beef stroganoffs would be. There, I'm just going to let this go for a minute or two to make sure that it's heated through. And I cooked up our egg noodles that we will serve this on. And I think we're going to eat it with a nice tossed salad as a side. And it's going to be delicious. So maybe turn it down a tad. Give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think, or if you have any questions or comments, put them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed cooking with us today, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It does help. Whoops, I just hit the microphone. It does help out our little channel, and I also appreciate it very much. So maybe towards the end here, I'll be able to throw up another picture of the finished product over the noodles. But have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.